If you're feeling overwhelmed by the endless sea of note-taking apps, you need to know which one is the best for what. Today, we're looking at two major note-taking tools that promise to answer your question, but in different ways: Obsidian and AmpleNote. Obsidian is a dependable, markdown-based note-taking app that's built around the idea of a second brain. And AmpleNote is a note-taking app with tasks, notes, and calendars all in one. So we're going to give you our in-depth comparison to help you decide which one is truly right for you. To begin, let's look at their interface. When you first open Obsidian, you're greeted with what's called a vault. Think of this as a dedicated folder on your computer where all your notes will live. As you can see, the layout is quite clean, almost like a code editor. On the left, you have your File Explorer. In the center is your main note editor, and on the right, a panel for things like backlinks. Some people find this minimalist design easy to pick up, but some might find it plain or even a bit old-fashioned. The reason for this is that Obsidian gives you a blank canvas. On the other hand, AmpleNote's interface is built around a very specific structure. On the left sidebar, you'll see 4 distinct modes: Jots, Notes, Tasks, and Calendar. It's designed to be what they call an idea execution funnel. The idea is that you capture a fleeting thought in Jots, develop it in Notes, turn it into a to-do list in Tasks, and finally schedule it in the calendar. This guided structure is great for users who want a clear, opinionated system. So right away, you can see the different philosophies. Obsidian gives you a box of bricks to build your own house, while AmpleNote gives you a fully furnished apartment with a specific layout. Now, let's talk about the core of any note-taking app: the notes themselves. Both Obsidian and AmpleNote are built on a foundation of Markdown, which is a simple way to format text with things like headings and lists. They also both have excellent support for backlinks, which let you connect your notes together to create a web of knowledge. In Obsidian, as you can see, you just type double brackets around a topic, and it creates a link to another note. It's simple and effective. The most important thing to understand about Obsidian is that every note is just a plain text file on your computer, which means you'll be able to read them 50 years from now, with or without Obsidian. AmpleNote handles basic notes and backlinks in a very similar way, but it has a powerful feature that sets it apart. Within a note, you can create a footnote that contains not just text, but also images, YouTube videos, or even sections from other notes. For anyone who works with a lot of multimedia content, this is a significant advantage over Obsidian's plain text approach. But there is a trade-off. While Obsidian's method guarantees you own your data in a simple, open format, AmpleNote's rich footnotes create a more complex, proprietary format that is fantastic inside the app, but might be harder to export perfectly down the line. So, once you have a bunch of notes, how do you organize them? In Obsidian, you can use traditional folders to structure your notes. You can also use tags, which you create by simply typing a hashtag, or you can ignore both and organize everything purely through a network of linked notes, creating what some people call maps of content. This flexibility is powerful, but it also means you have to decide on and build your own system, which can sometimes lead to spending more time organizing your organization system than actually working. AmpleNote, in contrast, gives you a specific system for organization: nested tags. This works a lot like a folder system, but it's more flexible because a single note can have multiple tags, allowing it to live in several places at once. Again, it's a choice between Obsidian's complete freedom to build any system you want and AmpleNote's powerful, ready-made system. Moving on, let's talk about the graph view, which is a visual map of how all your notes are connected. In Obsidian, this is a core feature, and it's available for free. As you can see, it creates this beautiful web of your thoughts, which allows you to see surprising connections between ideas and get a big-picture view of your knowledge base. It's central to Obsidian's identity as a second brain. Now, let's look at AmpleNote's graph view. This is a feature that AmpleNote reserves for its paid subscribers. This is probably one of the biggest and clearest differences between the two free plans. It tells you a lot about their priorities. For Obsidian, visualizing connections is fundamental. For AmpleNote, it's a bonus feature. If visually exploring your web of knowledge is a key reason you want an app like this, Obsidian is the clear winner in the free tier. However, the story completely flips when we talk about managing tasks. AmpleNote is built to turn ideas into actions. You can easily turn any line in a note into a task, assign it properties, and view all your tasks in a dedicated tasks mode. It even has a unique task score that uses principles from the Eisenhower matrix to help you prioritize what to work on next. And as we'll see, it has a fully integrated calendar. Obsidian, on the other hand, is extremely basic out of the box. You can create a simple checklist with brackets, and that's about it. The real way to manage tasks in Obsidian is through its powerful ecosystem of community plugins. Plugins like Tasks and Calendar can be installed for free to add features like due dates, reminders, and a calendar view. So, if you want a powerful task manager that just works from the moment you sign up, AmpleNote is the undeniable choice. When it comes to your personal notes, security and privacy are top priorities. Obsidian is built on a local-first principle. This means all your notes are stored as plain text files directly on your computer's hard drive. As you can see, they're right here in this folder. Obsidian, the company, never sees your data, and you don't even need an account to use the app. This offers the highest level of privacy and control. AmpleNote takes the opposite approach. It's a cloud-based service, and a major feature of its free plan is seamless, automatic syncing across all your devices. This is incredibly convenient. Your notes are encrypted both in transit and when stored on their servers. However, for standard notes, AmpleNote holds the encryption keys. For true end-to-end encryption, where not even the company can access your data, you need to use their paid Vault Notes feature. So, for better security, Obsidian is ahead. And in terms of convenience, AmpleNote is better. Let's quickly cover a few other important features. Both apps have powerful search, but AmpleNote's free plan includes OCR, which means it can search for text inside images and PDFs you've attached, which is a massive benefit. When it comes to a calendar, AmpleNote includes one for free, fully integrated with tasks. In Obsidian, you need to install a community plugin for that. Finally, and this is a big one for desktop users, Obsidian provides a free, full-featured native app for Windows, Mac, and Linux. AmpleNote's free desktop version is a progressive web app, which is essentially a website in a dedicated window. It works well, but for the true native app experience, you have to pay. So, to sum it all up, here are the pros and cons of each app. After all that, which one is better? If you want to build a deeply personal, private, and endlessly customizable second brain, and you enjoy a DIY approach, then you should choose Obsidian. If you want a powerful, all-in-one productivity system that combines notes, tasks, and a calendar out of the box and prioritizes getting things done, then you should choose AmpleNote. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to get more videos like this.